Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I am Maria, aka agapelovegirl. Thank you so much for joining me today. So as you can see, today I am bringing you a new Get the Look tutorial for this pretty prismatic eye look. If you saw my September Boxycharm unboxing and demo video, this is the makeup look I was wearing, and I used several products from that month's box for this look, like the Pur Cosmetics Soiree Diaries palette. But for the sparkle you see, I used one of NBA Cosmetics' most popular glitters. This is absolutely magical and of course a must-have. Alright, to start off, I'm going to be doing my face first. I'm using the Double Wear foundation from Estee Lauder, which I got for free to review, and unfortunately I picked the wrong shade, which is truly unfortunate because I have fallen in love with this foundation. I've heard for years how the Double Wear foundation is the best. It's recommended countless times by YouTubers and beauty enthusiasts alike. But I'd never given it a try because I am personally not a fan of full coverage or matte foundations. So I'd always dismissed it thinking I wouldn't like it, but I was so wrong. See, my biggest issue with full coverage foundations is how heavy and cakey they end up looking and feeling on the skin. But this one is different. I was blown away by how lightweight and comfortable it feels while also being full coverage. Also, I can't stand it when I touch my face and I can feel my makeup, or if it transfers to my hands or clothes. But this one doesn't. Hours later, I can touch my face and not feel my foundation. My skin feels like skin and I don't end up with residue on my hands or anything else. And for being a matte foundation, it didn't leave me looking or feeling like a dried up old sponge, so that's a plus. It's so comfortable to wear and made me look flawless. So this is a major hit for me, except for the fact that I of course picked the wrong shade. This one is very light for me at the moment, so I'm hoping that once my tan fades, it'll suit my skin a little bit more, but I really want to keep using it, so I may need to splurge and buy another one in my correct shade. I know it'll be worth it. And if you're curious, I got the shade 1W2 Sand. Moving along, I used the Tarte Shape Tape for concealer and set everything in place with the coverfx Perfect Setting Powder. And as usual, I pulled out my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. I'm kind of speeding right through this because it's nothing new. If you've seen any of my other tutorials, you have seen me do this exact same thing all before. So, for blush, I used the Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush. This was a Boxycharm item and it's actually become my new go-to blush, surprisingly. Next to set, I'm using an old favorite, the Pixibeauty Rose Spray, and then for highlight I pulled out another old favorite, the gerardcosmetics Marylin Highlight. For brows, I'm using a new product, another one from Boxycharm, and this is the MAC Cosmetics Brow Pencil in the shade Lingering. Originally, I thought this was just okay, something that works but was not my personal preference for a brow product. And it just goes to show how our first impressions of products can change when we keep using them, because this has actually become my new everyday brow pencil, and I love it. I do use it slightly different than I used it in this video though, for a more everyday natural brow look. Alright, it's finally time for the eyes. So I'm going to start off first with the shade Stunner and put that right into my crease and just blend and diffuse it out. You can blend and diffuse this out real high for a more smoky look or keep it low like me depending on your preference. But I'm just going to keep it pretty simple and basic for now and move right along to my lid shade. This is the shade Dazzle, and as you can see I'm taking it all over my entire lid front to back. Then, to add some depth, I'm going into the shade Snazzy, and I'm going to apply that to the outer corner and outer V of my eyes, blending and sweeping it forward into the crease and the lid shade to create a nice radiant look. Then I'm also going to take the same shade with the same brush to my lower lash line. And now it's blending time! I'm just going to go back over all the shades with a fluffy blending brush to really blend and diffuse all the shades and make sure there are no harsh lines. And for some cleanup and a brow bone highlight, I'm using the shade Mogul. I thought I was done with the shadows, but last minute I decided to add a little extra drama to my inner corner by taking a flat angled brush into Snazzy and doing this little lower lash reverse cat eye thing. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I love the way it looks. And now for the sprinkles on the cupcake, or well, the sparkle on the eye. I decided to go in with the NBA Cosmetics Loose Glitter in the shade Prismatica. Prismatica is a pale metallic gold with a rainbow prismatic sparkle. To apply, I am using the NBA Cosmetics Glitter Foil and Line Effect Serum, which I apply to the brush first, then dip my brush into the glitter, and then apply to my eye. This ensures the least amount of fallout in my opinion. The best way to apply loose glitter is very slowly. You want to dab, 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 pat, 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 and apply in small sections until you have the coverage you desire. It's kind of a process, but it's totally worth it in the end. Lastly, for eyes, I applied my favorite lashes from Pur Cosmetics in the style Bombshell. I really don't think I'll ever get over these lashes. Now, let's take a moment to admire the beauty of this glitter glam before we move on to lips, shall we? Alright, that moment is over. So for my lips, I used the ColourPop Ultra Satin Liquid Lipstick in the shade Strut, which was also another item from the September Boxycharm box. And that wraps it up for this look and tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment letting me know your thoughts. And if you give this look a try for yourself, I would love to see it. So be sure to share your looks with me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. All my links can be found in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes!